Old Model Y, new Model Y. I'm here at Tesla North Hollywood with a new Juniper Refresh 2026 Model Y. I'm going to show you all the interior and exterior details. Old Model Y right here compared to the new Model Y. Here's where there's big changes. Light bar, but it's actually not what you think. You can have a party. So if you're in the North Hollywood, California area, definitely come and check out the new Tesla Model Y for 2026, the Juniper Refresh. It definitely looks pretty cool in person, I think. Old Model Y right here compared to the new Model Y. I haven't got to drive the new Model Y. I was hoping they would have some test drives available yet. So stay tuned for that video. Make sure you subscribe and follow me. I'm also on social media. When I do a test drive video, you don't miss out on that. Let's start with the front. So starting with the front of the car, one new feature is front camera that also has a washer. Also, you'll notice there's no logo, no Tesla T logo, no badging needed. It has been cyberfied with this new light bar. Also, the headlights have been moved down here. These are matrix LED headlights. Up here we have the blinker inside the corner light bar. There's an air channel that goes through here for aerodynamics. New wheels. I actually like these. The turn signal indicator, in order to help with the rain and the water runoff, has this beveled edge that helps the rain to clear off so that the camera doesn't get covered up. The mirror has this indentation to help with aerodynamics. Have the new camera suite, hardware for cameras. Let's check out the front trunk. So, new feature here is your windshield washer fluid is now here, easy to access. The trunk is, I think, a little deeper, and your tow hook attachment is along here. And cool feature, you can have a party, put your ice or wet clothes or whatever you have in here, and it can drain with a drain plug there. So that's a new feature. Now from the side view, Model Y, the new Refresh, looks mostly the same, except for the wheels. But coming to the back, here's where there's big changes. So of course you have this new light bar, but it's actually not what you think. This is a reflective panel, and if you look closely, it's got a texture, kind of like a metal mesh. It's pretty neat. And the light bar actually up underneath, and it reflects off this panel and even reflects onto the road surface at night. This is the launch edition, which is the only one available right now. This is the launch badge to identify it as the launch series. Also, the rear diffuser comes up all the way to the bottom of the tailgate, whereas the old Model Y, you can see over here, it comes up part of the way, and then you have your bottom of the tailgate. Charging ports, mostly the same. There's a rear diffuser. Tow hitch cover. This is for your license plate mounting. You have your lights underneath for the license plate. So your license plate is more out of the way, and you have this nice clean surface. Here's your rear camera. And to open the rear trunk, just the normal button underneath. There's some changes here to the rear trunk area. The organizer that usually would have to be stored up above here now has a nice little cubby spot. They built in these two little shelves with this nice under trunk storage area. So if you're not using the cover here, then you can store it away. Also have this other secret compartment where you can put charging cables or some other more flat items. Of course, nice deep side area here and on this side. Now, one great feature of the new Model Y is you can fold the seats, the rear seats, with the buttons here. You don't have to do them manually, and they are the fastest rear folding seats in the industry. So let's take a look. There's the right section. Now, if the front seat's in the way, it will move out of the way automatically. Here's the other section. That one's a little slower. And it will come back automatically if you just press the button. Very convenient. Close the trunk here just as normal. Very nice closing sound. Very smooth. The glass roof has a new coating that allows it to be more heat resistant, so it will help keep the cabin temperature cooler. Let's take a look at the interior. The door seems mostly the same in terms of closing sound, but you have this cool logo on the launch series. Some new features for the interior. You have the LED lighting strips, speakers hidden within these grills. All the controls are mostly the same. And there you got your special badging launch series. Seat controls are mostly the same. Forward, tilting. It's your lumbar support. Now, a big change is the heated and cooled perforated seats. Old Model Y did not have that. That's a feature that came to the Model 3 that is now just coming to the Model Y. Here's an interesting thing. The new blinker stock. So the new Model 3 had the blinker stock and the gear shifter removed. But on the new Model Y, they have brought back the blinker stock due to popular demand. Now, this new blinker stock, I'm going to say it does feel cheap, like I've heard some other reviewers mention. It's just a single detent, so you don't have a soft press where you can have it turn off after 2 or 3 blinks. It's only on or off, but of course, it'll usually turn off automatically while changing lanes. And just like the new Model 3 refresh, there is no gear shifter, so all of your shifting will be on the screen. So just like the new Model 3, you will swipe forward to go into drive, swipe back to go into reverse, and press in the middle to park. There's more of that LED lighting. Looks very nice. The rest of the interior is pretty much like the Model 3. You got a really deep storage here. You could easily fit a small bag or a purse. Small purse. Cup holders. Wireless phone charging for 2 phones. This one has the launch series. Scroll wheels feel really nice. I feel like this plastic cover here where the buttons sit is not great. It feels a little cheap. And you don't really get a haptic feedback, but they work fine. So you got your camera button there, voice activation button, wipers, which is nice. You no longer have to tap the blinker stock, and your lights can pop up there. Of course, you got your horn and this new steering wheel, which feels really nice, just like the Model 3. Your glove box is opened on the screen, and it's just like the Model 3. And it also closes really loud with magnets, just like the Model 3. And about the same amount of space. You have your USB port there, where you can plug in your dash camera stick. Here is the soft, it looks like Alcantara material on the dash. And then this kind of metal-like mesh, kind of similar to the rear trunk where the light bar reflects off of. And then this is a soft touch here. And again, the doors, they have this, like a different fabric here, soft fabric, like a soft felt Alcantara here. You do have one port here, the USB-C port. All your other ports are in the back here on the rear screen. In terms of headroom, so I'm 5'10" and sitting in my normal position. I have it about, so I have a fist plus maybe another 2 inches, so maybe up to 6 inches, and the seat's not down all the way. If I put the seat down all the way, oh man, I have a lot of room. So you can definitely be a pretty tall person and still fit. You just need to put the seat down a little bit. And even if you sit up pretty high, if I put the seat up all the way, I still have at least a fist of space here. Now, another cool feature about the back seats is you can use these buttons on the side of the seat here to recline your seat. So the normal seating position is more of a 90 degrees, and then you can just press the back button that usually folds the seat back to recline a bit. Now, the only problem with that is you're going to have a little less headroom. These little sections here, it's kind of cut out for your head, but if you go back too far, you're a taller person, you're probably not going to fit. But it does give you a little more comfort being able to recline. Another interesting thing is you got your coat hook here and the light. It's just like a capacitive touch button. It's a little strange. You want to touch up here above the light, but you actually touch the light. So here's the new Model Y comparison to the old Model Y. Now, a lot of people were wondering about this back part. It's pretty big and flat. It's got a big back area here with no license plate, just dual motor badge and the launch edition badge. This really cool reflective light panel. Whereas the old Model Y, you have this nice smooth lower section here, but the top part of the rear is a little more plain. So I think there's a mixture of of good and bad, but I do like the look of the new Model Y. Now in terms of interior, you can see the difference here. Old Model Y is mostly the same on the doors. You just don't have the LED lighting strips. Seats are not perforated and cooled. And you have a gear shifter. So if you prefer a gear shifter, that is a nice feature. So a lot of little improvements on the new Model Y, just removing the gear shifter stock. And for the rear seats, they're manual. You have to use this release latch and manually pull them back up. Also, there's no rear screen, just some vents and USB-C charging ports. And for the rear trunk, you can see there's no sections cut out here for the rear parcel shelf. So if you're trying to store the rear parcel shelf, there's not really any easy solution. So again, here's old Model Y, new Model Y. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments. What do you think of the new Model Y? Are you planning to buy one? So currently the new Model Y Juniper refresh is only being sold as a $60,000 package. It's called the Launch Edition and it includes full self-driving, any color you want included. Also the acceleration boost, and basically it's fully loaded. So if you are looking for full self-driving and you want to get the Launch Edition, that's not a bad deal. If you are looking for a better deal, you'll probably have to wait a few months until they come out with the regular new refreshed Model Y. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the next video. I'm going to leave my referral code pinned in the comments and also the video description. Feel free to use my code to save money on the purchase of a new Tesla or even on solar for your house. Tesla in North Hollywood is one of the few showrooms you can find it. This place is huge. I think it used to be an old Kmart. You can see everything here: Cybertrucks, Model Y, Model S, Model X, Model 3. Oh, here's a cool car. Just installed my rear diffuser. Gotta take the tape off.